So we do have some changing factors, right? And perhaps earnings expectations for growth were a little bit high. But Mr. President, please, Mr. President, get off, find a new topic other than the Fed. Leave Jay Powell alone. This did not end well for Richard Nixon or Arthur Burns, okay, when that's been tried before. The Fed is doing exactly what the Fed said they were going to do at their end report of 2016, when Janet Yellen was head of the Fed and when Donald Trump was not the president. They are on target. In fact, they might even be behind because GDP is a full point and a half.
The question is, has the data changed? Right. Has the data changed, though, in the meantime?
Not
the Fed is doing exactly what it
I think what you really have to look at is it relates to the Fed. You have to look at whether the rise in interest rates is affecting the rest of the credit market. Now, credit is starting to worsen just a little bit, but it's because equities are making the weakness in the equity market is making it do that. Now, earlier we're talking about a tradable bounce. I'm a terrible trader. I think from an investment standpoint, these Washington shenanigans cause weakness that ultimately should provide opportunity as long as credit's okay.
But really quickly, high yield is at 2-year lows. Let's be clear. Credit is moving,
but
and I think
are
the sensitive. Okay, but there is sensitivity in revolving debt. You're going to tell me that the household doesn't feel some pressure from the move in LIBOR on their credit card and their home equity and their student loans? I think they do.
Yeah.
Let me just make a last point that when we're hearing some of these companies that people are disappointed in their earnings, they're not saying the Fed is making it difficult for us. They're saying there are tariff issues, right?
Right.
That's Trump's policy. So, you know, for him to talk about the Fed.
But should the Fed continue raising rates, even if the companies, they don't say their problems are because of the Fed, but they say that they're seeing less demand,
the
Fed
or whatever else
continue on
the
this
reason
plan.
is.
They can't fine-tune this plan of ending this grand experiment.
This is an independent central bank, and the bottom line here is what we're hearing from the Fed is that they're going to move along their own path.